In this video, we're going to talk about how you tackle overlaying a raised access floor. And during this video, we'll cover why you would need to overlay a raised floor in the first place and some key aspects you would want to consider when doing so, and also what we believe is the most appropriate product to use. Firstly, in case you aren't familiar, when I use the term raised access floor, I'm referring to a 600 by 600 fully accessible raised floor panel. Typically in the UK, that is made from bare steel with a chipboard core. There are thousands upon thousands of metres of raised access floor already installed in commercial buildings around the UK. At some point in its life, that building may have been used as an office space where a raised access floor was in place to receive a finish such as a carpet tile, and at that point, that would absolutely be the most appropriate raised floor system to use. However, what happens when that area or space gets converted or changed and someone comes along and wants to apply a continuous finish such as a vinyl or maybe hard finishes like a porcelain tile to the floor when you've got a raised access floor already installed? This change of use practice has been going on for years, but was certainly accelerated during and after COVID, where more and more previously used commercial spaces are being changed and existing raised access floors overlaid. In addition, with an increase in demand to reuse materials that are already in existence in a building, the big question is, why rip out a perfectly good raised access floor when it could be overlaid? The main thing to ensure before anything is installed as an overlay is that the raised access floor is secure. The pedestals are in good working order, they're de-rocked, cleaned of any debris, and then the panels should ideally be screwed down to the pedestals to prevent any movement. If raised access floor panels don't have the option to screw down, they could always be drilled and screwed to the pedestals on site. In the past, the standard practice in the raised access floor industry was to use a sheet building material such as plywood. However, there are a range of reasons as to why a sheet building material such as ply is not really the most appropriate product to use when overlaying a raised access floor. And here are the three main issues that you're likely to encounter with ply. Number one, ply varies greatly in terms of performance depending on its source, so it's difficult to be certain that you're installing a high quality product. Number two, standard ply offers no fire resistance. You're installing a timber product that could put the integrity of the raised access floor at risk. Most standard steel encapsulated floor panels come with a 30-minute fire rating, which is tested as part of the system. Screwing down 2 sheets of ply down to that may have an adverse effect on that fire resistance. Reason number 3 is the British standard for wall and floor tiling 5385 Part 1 was amended in 2018, which revised the suggestions around the use of sheet building materials such as plywood being used to tile directly to. Predominantly, this was because these materials are subject to movement from changes in moisture content. What do we use? As a raised access floor distributor, we conducted research and testing into the products on offer in the market, and our preference was the gypsum fiberboard based product, either the Knauf Gifferfloor FHB18 or Hugo dry screed panel, which you see here. What are the features of this panel? The gypsum fiberboard offers a Class A non-combustible fire rating. It's likely that this would improve the overall fire rating of the raised floor when it's overlaid. The panels are lightweight, easy to maneuver on site. They don't require any adhering or screwing to the raised floor. They are of high density, between 1100 kilos for Hugo 18 to 1500 kilos per meters cubed for FHB 18. Finishes can be applied to them directly without the need for a decoupling layer. The rigidity that both Gifferfloor FHB 18 and Hugo offer mean that they improve the deflection of a standard bare steel encapsulated raised floor when a load is applied. However, my favourite thing about the product and what really sets it apart from anything else we have looked at in the market was the Gifferfloor environmental credentials. The Hugo and FHB 18 are manufactured from highly sustainable gypsum fiberboard, which essentially consists of gypsum, which is naturally occurring material extracted from the ground, which are then combined with recycled paper and water. The result is a low embodied carbon product that doesn't contain any harmful chemicals, meaning it achieves the indoor air comfort gold standard issued by Eurofins. So if you find an existing raised access floor and you're looking to apply a new finish finish to it, such as tiles, consider the Knauf screed board as the ideal solution. If you have no existing raised floor, the temptation may still be to install a raised floor like this and then overlay it with another product. But due to the higher loaded structural thicknesses available within the Knauf Gifferfloor system, which can be installed directly to pedestals to mean you don't have to have the raised floor element, it doesn't make sense to install a raised floor to then just overlay it if you don't need ongoing access. To find out more about hollow floor systems or overlaying raised access floor systems, get in touch with us at AFD using the website.